Ladies and gentlemen, the RT Boxing Show with Mr. A. Breakdown and prediction segment volume 17 will begin shortly. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out jabbing, because that is what's going to win this matchup we're talking here, folks. We are doing the breakdown and prediction of Lawerence Okolie taking on Issac Chamberlian for the vacant WBA Continental Cruiserweight title. Now, we have discussed in previous episode the RT Boxing Show. If you have not seen it, please. It just came up. Had a little glip. It got cut into part 2. I actually didn't hit the stop button, but go check that out. We talk about the cruiserweights. You know, how nice time to be a cruiserweight right now, and this WBA Continental Cruiserweight title is going to hold a lot of weight. I think if boxing is going the way it's going right now, and these two young guys really doing it, these trinket titles are going to start to have a little more meaning. You know, this WBA Continental belt is the winner of this fight. I don't think is going to look as trinkish. You know, I'm like, oh, Okolie got that belt. He got that belt in that Chamberlian fight. Chamberlian, you know, I think this might give this belt. It might be the sign for trinket belts to get some value. Now, this fight here is, like I said, going to win with the jab. Now, will it be with the more developed, known jab of Lawerence Okolie, who's 7-0 with 6 knockouts with 80%, or will it be the more unarithmetic, offbeat jab of Issac Chamberlian, who's coming here 9-0, 4 KOs? Now, both Lawerence Okolie, all 7 fights happened in 2017. So the guy is very active. From the beginning of the year to the end of the year, he fought 7 times, 15 rounds, 25 years old, 6'5". And you got Issac Chamberlian, who's 43 rounds at the age of 23, 6'2", giving up 3 inches, but he got a 78 reach. Now, you got to, like I said, Issac Chamberlian got the unarithmetic jab. Like he's good, but he's it's not your workman jab. As you know, it could be used a little more, but it's still, like I said, his off rhythm timing with it. Defensively, these guys, I think, are still a good work in progress. That's the interesting and very entertaining about this bout. It's you see, it's talented young guys who you can see are not at their best yet. They got flaws. They got some goodness to them. And right now, someone's going to have to really make that adaptation in the ring. And so far, looking at the eyeball test, they footwork, it seems like it depends on how the fight is dictated. Because if Issac Chamberlian is able to put the pressure on, because his footwork is a come forward fighter. You know, he doesn't use the ring too much. He could box on the outside. He could do the inside. He's going to look like he's going to be a very well-rounded fighter. While Okolie is much better with his tall frame. He has a wide stance. He's much better on the outside, dictating pace with the jab. When he gets inside, I don't know if his long stride can work well enough and fast enough. So it makes him a little vulnerable in the inside game with those limbs. So the feet work is going to can Issac pressure? Can Issac get the feet work and pressure him? That's going to be an interesting question, because I think he has the better footwork. You know, Because Okolie's, like I said, to me seems like he's on the outside jabbing, which is very good. He's good at turning you with it. I like that. But it seems like you can make him work fast, and it throws him off a little bit. And I think Chamberlain feet can do that. So I'm going to give I like his feet for this fight. And defensively, this is tough, man. This is, like I said, Chamberlain. He doesn't use a jab quite enough to me, so you could time him and he'd be first on him. So there's like a defensive gap where you could be first on, like I said, and where Okolie, if you get in on him, with the pressure, he's a little jittery to me. You know, I'm not in his early 7 fights. He's a little loose and wide in the inside, and you defensively he has openings. So it's, and offensively, offensively I like, even though I think you get more a range of weapons from Chamberlain, Okolie's punches seem, besides his 1-2, his bread and butter, because the fact that he's slinky, everything seems to be really long and it's not quite tightened up yet. It's still effective, it's not quite tightened up. Like maybe he'd be half a step closer, you know, but man, he it's his distance, he knows it, but it just seems a little. And I think in the inside, it seemed like Isaac Chamberlain knows his distance better for offensive fighting, his range better, and while Okolie still kind of smothers his inside work. So the inside battle, Okolie's going to have to want to avoid, to me, and the fight's going to come down, I believe, to that. Like I said, the jab. Will Okolie be able to keep Chamberlain out there on the 1-2? You know, set him up for that big right hand. You know, because he's going to be jabbing, you know, jabbing, or can Chamberlain jab himself in to start working the. Listen, I don't. If he could jab himself in on Okolie, it's going to be a really tough night for Okolie, because the long strides of Okolie do allow him to circle the ring pretty well. He has good long strides, but he can't stride too much and jab. He's going to have to choose to do one or the other. And if Chamberlain can, you know, bob and weave and use that pressure, which he can do, but I think Chamberlain's going to have to just use a jab more. So the power, I'm going to go with Okolie. Or like I said, overall, a range of punches, I think, are with Chamberlain. Defensively, I go with Okolie just because on Chamberlain, it seemed like you could get a cleaner shot on Chamberlain, and you could be first on him just a little bit more, seems like. You know, so with my prediction, I'm going with. I actually don't think this fight is gonna go the distance. I think the defensive flaws are there for these guys, and I think they're gonna knock each other out. I'm going a 5th round knockout, and the new WBA Continental Cruiserweight title being predicted right here on the RT Boxing Show. Ready, talk that boxing. Please subscribe. Please give us thumbs up. And Lawerence Okolie is getting a stoppage. That is my prediction. I do think he's going to win the fight overall, but I think he's going to stop him. I think the winner himself is going to stop this fight in a knockout. But we're going Lawerence Okolie, 5th round stoppage. Thank you for your time. Thanks for tuning in. This is the breakdown and prediction segment of the RT Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr. A. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.